You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The AFC Championship game between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos at Mile High. The Patriots came away with a 10-7 win in snowy conditions. Should people start giving the Patriots more respect after going from worst to first in the AFC?
Hell no. They don't deserve any more respect. Like, if you look at the teams that they played this year, you look at how Drake May's been performing throughout the playoffs. The only thing that you can kind of hang your hat on is that defense and good coaching. And while that is what made the Patriots over the 2000s, I don't think it deserves more respect. I think what we should be you have a higher level of expectation for them now. Like, next season, Drake may need to go out and be good since he had a Super Bowl run. Next season, you would expect them to be more dominant against good teams. Like, this whole season was a cupcake walk. And I know you just beat the teams you put in front of you. I don't blame them for that, but I don't think they deserve any more respect either. Like, they are what they are.
How much do you respect them?
Mildly. Because I know they don't have a quarterback.
Like Mile High, never mind.
So you don't believe in Drake May at all?
No, if you remember when they were coming out, I would like Drake May the best out of that class. I just don't think he's there yet. He ain't made it yet. Like, they can't crown him. Like, he hasn't played well enough in the playoffs. He had a decent regular season, but I'm not scared of Drake May if I'm a defensive coordinator. If I'm Seattle going into this game, I'm licking my chops. I think Drake May gonna give me this game.
I don't disagree where, like, I don't think Drake May puts the fear of anything in any, like, good to elite level defense, like the bottom being a good defense. Like, they're not scared of Drake May. I 100% agree there, but I think we do have to give credit for being the youngest player in NFL history to have the highest completion percentage and to lead the league in completion percentage. And that is a thing, regardless of this, that, and the third. Like, being able to dissect and read and get the ball where it needs to go remind you of somebody else that played the position there as well. And I agree, at this level, Drake May doesn't scare you, but I do think that we got to give the Patriots credit for what they have been able to do. They beat who was in front of them. Regardless if you think that the schedule is super weak, this, that, and the third, they playing in the Super Bowl, bro. And you also said another key factor, Mike Vrabel is one of the better coaches in the NFL. And I think this is going to be a runway for him to cement himself as one of the top 3, top 5, if he continues to progress Drake May, if they continue to get weapons, he continues to play at a high level, they continue to do all of these things while he's still on a rookie contract. You have to give the Patriots credit, bro. Like, whether you like it or not, the Patriots deserve people to respect them as the AFC champions.
They get credit for the season they do. If you're thinking longevity, I really think that they're gonna take a step back next year. I think the schedule is gonna get a little more difficult. You won't see as much of layups as they had this year. They had a ton of layups. We saw the quarterback lineup that they faced in that one video. If you watch that video, they had some cupcakes throughout this whole season. I'm talking about even up until last week. And you had some horrible quarterback performances along the way as well. You know, we saw it with CJ. If CJ had done this much, they wouldn't have even made it past that round. So in saying that, I think that they do deserve the credit because you got to win the games. Regardless, win is a win. I don't care if it's 10-7. I don't care if it's 3-0. A win is a win. So you deserve the respect, especially in the fact that you make it into the Super Bowl. That's hard to do. I don't care how easy your schedule is. It's still the NFL. But at the same time, I think that they will regress next year. But we ain't on next year. We on this year. And this year, they have a real shot to win this game.
My problem with this conversation about easy schedule is, like, just about every Super Bowl, there's at least one Super Bowl team that always has one of the easiest schedules in the league for the last 5 years. The Eagles had one of the easiest schedules last year when they won the Super Bowl, and niggas weren't talking about it. Like,
I don't know about that, bro.
Not based off of, like, easy schedule based off percentage wise.
It hasn't been like this in a while, like a long
No.
time.
But see, even with
I'm just saying when we're talking about easy schedule, we're talking about this is like legit, like a historic easy schedule. It's not like, oh, this is just the easiest schedule of the year.
But then y'all doing what these analytic niggas do too, and it's just like, all right, cool. But these teams could. There's a difference from a percentage on how, like, if the team can't execute and get a win, and how sorry a fucking team is. Those are two different things.
I don't disagree with y'all point about the schedule. The schedule is the schedule. You play who's in front of you. But all of us that watch football, we're looking at this, and they just haven't been impressive at all. Like to the Vrabel point that FIFO said, Mike Vrabel, I would say I'm the most impressed by, because you win the games you're supposed to win. They supposed to win all them games, and now they at the Super Bowl. I'm not impressed by the completion percentage of Drake May or any of those things, because to me, that just sounds like you don't take chances. You haven't gotten to a point where you scare me. You're throwing check downs, you're throwing underneath, you're doing stuff that you know will work. It's essentially like somebody just told you, don't go out here and lose this game for us. And he didn't. And that's fine. But that don't scare me. Nor does that make me respect you.
But isn't that what made Tom Brady great, especially before like the Randy Mosses and a lot of those guys, when he was a check down Charlie, he managed the game. He was extremely clutch. Like when you the game could be 3-7, and then all of a sudden he'll get you the field goal or the touchdown when you needed it most. But he wasn't, before Randy Moss, bro. He wasn't throwing bombs. He wasn't again, being a Dolphin fan, bro. Like the Patriots, I don't like them guys, but like Tom Brady prior to Randy Moss, like you wasn't scared, like, oh, he about to just dice us up, like, you know, throwing bombs and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So to me, like, we gave Tom Brady praise for that, for being the ultimate game manager. We gave Belichick and the defense praise for that, as I would this team. We weren't scared of Tom Brady, to your point, until Moss got there and he threw 50 touchdowns in the season. No one was scared of Tom Brady really until then. And then he went 10 years without winning the Super Bowl during that phrase right there. So you do what you have to do to win the game and get to the Super Bowl. I praise Drake May for that. I'm not going to give them too much flack about the schedule, but to the point of the question, I'm just not, this team, nothing about this team scares me other than they got a great coach and a great defense.
I would say for me, I'll be impressed with Drake May if they win the Super Bowl. You know, if he can go out and just get it done, then I'm like, okay, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that have won it outside. I think the last quarterback to win it his second year was Brady or some shit like that in 2001.
No, Big Ben, which is a similar team to the Patriots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Big Ben wasn't Big Ben. He was just a game ender, and they won.
So he'll be on the short list of that, but that still be impressive. But if he goes out and gets blown out, then that just goes to the argument that, oh, okay, y'all finally faced a team that has it on both sides of the ball. Because they faced, I'll give them credit, May has not fucked it up to where going against these great defenses in the AFC, he hasn't caused them to lose these games. But like Lou and others said, like, it's not impressive what he's done. I mean, the Texans game is what everybody's going to say, like, oh, he threw 3 touchdowns on them. But I'm like, bruh, if you look on that offensive side of the ball on the Texans side, like, there's nothing there. And then you face Jarrett Stidham in the AFC Championship game. This just makes me upset about the other quarterbacks like Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow. I'm like, nigga, y'all could have been here easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all fucked up for real if y'all let this young ass kid get all the way to the Super Bowl doing the barest of minimum. But for me, he just has to go out and seal the deal. If he beats Seattle, if he outduels Sam Darnold and wins on the highest level in this sport, then yeah, I'm impressed by that. But until then, I'm just like, okay, he had a good season.
Yeah, I guess that's my point. Is that it's just a decent season. The schedule issues, people bringing up the easiest schedule, just is bullshit to me. Honestly,
And
again, like I said,
you can't say that though, Doc. When they had, you think about every shit. How many teams had winning records on the schedule? Like you can't overlook that. That's something that you have to look at, and not just the fact that the records. You look at the quarterbacks. All these are backup quarterbacks. Look at the quarterback list. Just look at the quarterback list of the ones they face. But I'm not even going to even that's not the main point. The main point for me is the fact that he has played pretty bad football. It's not been that great. You know, he's been turning the ball. If he wasn't turning the ball over, I don't care you ain't. I'm not looking at stats and all that stuff. I'm just talking about him turning the football over. That's the biggest thing. He was saved. He had, I forgot how many fumbles he had in that last game, but it was
He didn't have any turnovers in the championship game, but he had 4 fumbles in the Texans game, and he had 2 fumbles. And he had 2 fumbles in the Chargers game. That Seattle defense, I mean, Mike McDonald's going to be licking his chops to be like, all right, we're just going to put pressure on this kid and see what he do. Especially with them corners that he got on the back end. Is the Patriots receivers, the best one is with Diggs, because Booty was booty in the championship game. So I don't know what we're gonna see on like May. If May cut up this defense, I will be impressed, and I'll be like, all right, they deserve to win the championship because he earned it. But yeah, and then the AFC East, bro. Y'all they face 2 trash ass teams 4 times a year. I'm sorry, bro. That's what the foundation of Brady's career, Brady's Hall of Fame career, is the fact that he was in the AFC East and he faced garbage after garbage.
Right, and the formula worked, and he got all the damn Super Bowls from it. And here we are again. People think this cycle is going to repeat. It remains to be seen. But we knew the Patriots had pretty much an easy path to the playoffs. And but when you get to the playoffs, you win games when you line up against your other opponent. For a while, people didn't really respect it, and people came to respect it because they started to win. So I think that the Patriots should get more respect just based on the fact that they went from worst to first. Yeah, they had an easy schedule and easy opponents, but they could have easily have lost those games. If anything, I think
they were playing against not only were the teams not as good as them. If you look at their schedule, all the teams that they played, even like they didn't even have good. The Bills fired their coach, the Titans fired their coach, the Browns fired their coach, the Falcons fired their coach. All of these teams, the Giants fired their coach, the Ravens fired their coach. What do you mean? So that's who I'm impressed by when I say I'm impressed by Mike Vrabel. He was coaching against inferior opponents and he won. Drake May, to Sheldon's point, ain't played good. He's been turning the ball.
We're talking about the Patriots. We're not talking about
the Patriots. Exactly.
May. We're talking about the team, the Patriots, as a whole organization. So yes, Spike, you were right. That's exactly where I was going. I think we spent an NFL season we had one conversation about Mike Vrabel, but we talked about Ben Johnson and other coaches. We haven't really talked about Mike Vrabel and what he's done because it's been. We were very dismissive, or I won't say we, because it never even came up. People were very dismissive. I've seen it for the last couple of weeks on Twitter about who they faced and the teams that they beat. So I think when you're talking about the Patriots as a collective, going from worst to first deserves some respect regardless of who's on the other side of the field. Look, we were – I was questioning whether or not Mike Vrabel was that guy. So to be a good coach, to be a team, what do you have to be? You have to be able to beat the opponent next to you, and you have to be able to beat the teams that are worse than you. So next year they'll get a tougher schedule, and we'll see if they can develop and learn from the experience. But to go from worst to first, I think deserve some respect. They're in the fucking Super Bowl, bro.
That's why I said.
And the last point, they face a top-ranked Texans defense that people have been lauding all season.
Ken. They faced a top 5 defense in each one of their games in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're in the Super Bowl. I mean, come on, bro.
So come on, bro.
They
faced
the top 5 defense.
Right. As it should, though, right, Spike? If you're facing a top 10 defense, shouldn't it look ugly, especially when you got a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback or a second-year quarterback? And your receivers aren't that good?
He's not technically.
Right. Yeah, he's not a rookie coach.
But that's why I said what I said about like I said, even the game with CJ. If CJ if they had changed anything in that, well, there ain't no ifs because I don't like playing that game. But I'm just saying they had opportunities to win those games against New England, and they didn't do it. So they definitely deserve the credit, regardless as to what happened. They deserve it.
That's why I said, regardless if they win the Super Bowl or not, this is a good season for the Patriots. This is like same thing with the Bears. I put it the same way. Like, no matter how you look at it, to going from but picking number 3 overall just 2 seasons ago to the Super Bowl is like, okay, that's a phenomenal growth. But like Lou was saying, like, am I impressed by the run? I've been watching football for too long to say that. Unless the only thing that would impress me is if they win the Super Bowl. If they win the Super Bowl, then you can't say shit. They faced everybody who they were supposed to. They won all the games they did, and Drake May got the job done, or the Patriots got the job done, however you want to classify it. But to me, the biggest challenge in that is this Seattle team and seeing what Drake May and that offense and Vrabel and that defense do against that. That's the biggest test. That's the biggest way for me to give them to change my mind on this whole season.
Let's go.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So on the flip side, let's talk about the Broncos because they were on the opposite end of this.
Let's go.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
And, you know, they were potential QB injury away from going to the Super Bowl. Was this season a missed opportunity for the Broncos, or will we see more from them at Bo Nix in the near future?
I think when you have a quarterback on a rookie deal the way that they do and the type of defense they got, I think they did miss a window because I think this was a good opportunity for them to win this season. It's unfortunate the Bo Nix injury, but I think they still have a window next season because they still got the best corner in the league. They still got one of the best edge rushers in the league. And then they got a really great supporting cast defensively. And I know at least half of y'all don't like Sean Payton, but Sean Payton is a good coach. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle was in there talking about the play design and this, then the third. Okay, Ken, I don't disagree. He should have taken the points, but nobody saw a blizzard freaking happening. You know what I'm saying? I think that changed the kick game for both teams. It is.
No, it could be a snowstorm on the way, and be ready for it.
But the weatherman didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So he could have looked it up, and they wouldn't have been prepared. But regardless, I don't disagree there with the points. They were being aggressive. He was showing confidence in his quarterback. All that being said, I don't think that they missed the window. I still think that what makes them great is going to be that next season, as long as Bo Nix is healthy. And I think they continue to add on to the offense and little pieces here on defense, the little tweaks that that happen from season to season. I think the Broncos are legit. I think the Broncos, especially with Mahomes' injury in the AFC West, the Raiders are dumpster fire. Who's the other AFC West team?
Chargers.
Like they had hella injuries. The Chargers are really next season the only true competitor to them, and I think the Broncos are better. So all that being said, no, I don't think they missed their window, and I think the Broncos are a really good team.
I mean, it's easy to always think that people will come back, but I mean, niggas thought the Commanders were gonna be back in the mix this year because Jaden had a great year. Niggas thought the Lions would be back in the NFC Championship, and when they lost to the 49ers. And, I mean, each one of those divisions got, well, NFC East ain't getting no better. But, I mean, the divisions end up getting better. Like, the North is better now for the Lions, and I think the West is going to be – I know the Chargers are going to be better, and they thinking Mahomes is going to be back by game one. Like, that's the talk right now. He's still going to be back by game one, but at least playing some of the season next year. So that's still going to be a threat within the AFC West. So it ain't no guarantee that they're going to make it back at all. So I feel like it is a missed opportunity. I don't think Bo Nix has really proven that he is that quarterback. Like, he had a great game against Josh Allen, but he had a couple of great quarters all throughout the season. So I mean, it's still it's going to take a lot more to just prove that he's that. J.K. will be back next year, so their running attack should be straight. But I don't know, man. I can't guarantee. I can't even sit here and say for them to be optimistic, because if they don't do it next year, the Chiefs retool, and then that division is just hard to win again.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't disagree, Doc. You know, like, I'm not saying it's guaranteed. What I'm saying is that they have a good chance next season based off of the things that we already know. Mahomes not going to be 100%, right? Like, that's a fact. We know that for a fact. We know the Raiders are dumpster fire.
But even Mahomes at 70% is enough to get up against a divisional rival, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't expect the Chiefs to beat the Chiefs, but to give them enough a big of a threat to where it's like it's not just them steamrolling.
And I don't disagree, right? Like, if I was talking about the Chargers, I would more lean your way. But we're talking about one of the top 5 defenses that isn't old. Like, Hufunga's not old, Surtain's not old, Bonito's not old. None of them dudes is old. So for the most part, they should be relatively intact next season. Obviously, barring injury, we don't know, things that can happen. But if we're saying, and I know we're playing an if game, if that defense takes a half step back with a 70% Mahomes, I'm taking that defense. Is all I'm saying. So that's why I don't think that their window is closed, because you could rely on the defense to get through their division.
I think that you can, but at the same time, we saw it last year. Like you said, we saw it last year with Washington's taking that step back, and we also saw New England take a step from worst to first. So we really can't predict totally next season what's going to happen, but at the same time, you can kind of look at it and say they won't sneak up on anybody. I'll tell you that much. In saying it that way, I think that they'll be competitive because of that defense. And I think, you get back a couple of those pieces on offense, but I still don't know if they can. This was their opportunity. This was their easy window, so to speak. I hate that he went down with that injury because we couldn't see him in that championship game, but this was their year. It's going to be tough to get back to that spot next year.
Why, Shelton?
Why is that?
I just want to point this out, Nick, because the other team that people were talking about strength of schedule being poor were the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that'll change next year too.
I mean, they got the Bills, Dolphins, outside of the division, the Rams, Seahawks, Jaguars, Patriots again, Panthers.
And you look at this past season, the way they won some of these games, winning late like they did in the fourth quarter. We know how that go. That tide turns easy. One year you win all those close games, you come back. Next year it's in the other direction. The pendulum swings. So you can look for that this year. They beat some games. They won some games this year they had no business winning. That Giants game for one, the Eagles game. It was a couple other those games that they had no business winning that they won this past season that they will not win next year.
Nothing made me happier this past weekend than seeing Sean Payton eat his words after saying, like, oh, this team gonna have 2 weeks off, boy. Get ready for the Super Bowl. No, they don't, nigga. Because my Doppler radar said that it was gonna be some snow. And your goofy ass on 4th and 1 gonna throw it with your backup quarterback who has.
I couldn't believe it,
bruh. That was the dumbest shit I ever seen, and I'm so happy because Sean Payton wanted to win that game for Sean Payton. He could give a fuck about Denver.
Decision, huh?
He could give a fuck about Denver, Ken. He wanted to win that game for Sean Payton. and only throwing up 7 points when he's supposed to be, what you say, FIFO, the genius offensive guru he is. All right. I was smiling like the Joker after that game.
Let me ask this. Is Sean Payton better than Kevin Stefanski?
Not in that game. I couldn't tell.
is Sean Payton better than Kevin Stefanski? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I think it's a wash.
You a fucking liar.
I think it's a wash.
You a fucking liar.
Jay, you telling me after that game, you thinking, oh yeah, this coach way better than Stefanski.
Yeah, like with Sean Payton, I mean, I've lived through it. With Sean Payton, his arrogance is his gift and his curse. Like,
yep.
There's times where he's arrogant and you like, man, that's a fucking ballsy ass play and it fucking worked. And then there's times where he just he's arrogant and think, man, I'm smart enough to get out of this shit. So like, that's just a gift and a curse of him as a coach, bro. I understand.
Would you say that's the same thing with Stefanski?
Hell, fucking no.
I thought it was arrogant when he took Shador out for that 2-point conversion.
Nah, that was just a smart. I guess Thomas said that was just smart. Just being a smart.
I'm just saying. I mean, obviously, Sean Payton's a Super Bowl winning coach, so I don't even know why you want to compare him to Kevin Stefanski. If you think
you the one did it, nigga.
That was FIFO. I didn't bring up that nigga. All I was saying was that I'm happy that Sean Payton he talked all that shit and he don't really back it up. He is more Mike McCarthy than fucking Bill Belichick. That's a hell
of a thing to say, Nick. That's a hell of a thing to say when you got a backup quarterback in the game who couldn't do shit. To say you're gonna have 2 weeks off, bro, that's some arrogant ass shit.
He even doubled down. He said, I'm not worried about Stidham, I'm worried about the rest of the team. He was talking that shit. And I was
that's what a good coach supposed to do, though. Like that's
Spike.
I don't know, Lou.
Sean Payton be over that nigga. He said Taysom Hill was gonna be the next Steve Young.
Y'all wouldn't like him if y'all wouldn't like him if he went up there and was like, man, oh no, man, we might not win.
Nigga,
I rather say
shit. That's what you get.
No bulletin board material.
Like Sean Payton.
You don't have to say shit. You don't have to say shit, Lou.
Yeah.
Sean McVay
put that pressure on your back.
Sean McVay got an MVP on his side, and he don't even come out the game saying shit like that.
Because he's not Sean Payton. That's what I'm like. Sean Payton
he ain't Sean Payton. He got a Super Bowl ring too.
Okay, he has a particular personality. Like they the same coach. Sean Payton just decides to go about it a different way from Sean McVay, and Sean McVay is pretty arrogant as well. Like that's a personality trait for people, and I don't know why y'all knocking him for saying like he's saying what he thinks.
But I also want to address the underlying thing that you said, Nick. You said that what is Sean Payton? Sean Payton is a guy that took over the Broncos 2 seasons and been to the playoffs 2 years in a row with motherfuckers like you doubting him.
I still
like that's what he's done.
I still do.
Bro, the last 2 seasons, the Bengals haven't made the playoff. What is you talking about?
What does that have to do with Sean Payton? That's what I'm asking you. You keep
Sean Payton is good enough to talk. I'm saying he's good enough to talk like he talks.
He's a good.
He's
coach.
Good enough to talk like he talks. No, he's top 5 in the league. If I was good as him at what I did, I'm gonna talk shit too. Yeah, my quarterback gonna come out here and ball. He is.
We gonna go.
He's top 5 in the league.
Next season,
top 5 in the league, Nick.
I don't know if he's
top 5 in the league.
I don't know if he's top 5, bro.
I'm with
top
that.
8.
I don't know about that.
He top 8.
It ain't 5 coaches better than Sean Payton.
Shit, there was on Sunday.
It was at least one.
The weather was better than him. The weather was better than him on Sunday.
Hey, that was my thing too. As a head coach, he knows the forecast. That's the whole reason why you have home field advantage, because you want the elements to play a factor. The nigga didn't know the snowstorm was coming.
The weatherman didn't know the snowstorm was coming.
Yes, they did. They didn't know how. They didn't know how bad the snow was. They knew snow was. They told them like it's gonna be inclement weather by the second half.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't understand the point of it.
So take the point. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? Okay, so take the points, nigga. Because you know
he should have taken the points. That was one bad decision, 17. He should have done that right there. But he still kept them in that game. He coached a hell of a game on Sunday.
He didn't keep him in that game. That Broncos defense kept him in that game.
The defense and the weather. The weather kept him in it and kept him out of it.
The weather cost. If anything, the weather more than likely cost them an opportunity to win that game. Because them motherfuckers, bro, like it's Ramon Stevenson slipping on the ground. Drake May decided to just slip with him. What are we doing? Slip and slide.
This is why I say
I'm thinking about it. He's not top 5, Spike.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's 5 coaches I'm picking over Sean Payton right now. But this is why I advocate for dome stadiums.
Who are the coaches?
There should be dome stadiums, bro. Fuck these elements and shit. They'll do a goddamn thing for the game.
McVay, Shanahan, Andy Reid.
Vrabel's in there now.
Vrabel, yeah.
McDonald.
How many Super Bowls?
Why would y'all put Vrabel over him? Because he beat him.
Because of the work he did. I'm going by. I'm looking at work. I'm talking about specifically right now and the work Vrabel did. And even thinking about it, them Tennessee Titan teams were led by fucking Ryan Tannehill.
But they had Derrick Henry and they had AJ Brown.
Again,
And
you
AJ
always
Brown
talk
wasn't a
about a
dominant
quarterback,
receiver
nigga.
there.
You the
AJ
quarterback,
Brown was
nigga.
definitely a dominant receiver in Tennessee.
You talk
But
about
all that to
quarterback
say,
all the time, nigga.
true, but Vrabel ain't if he win his Super Bowl, maybe he's good as Sean Payton, but he have to win the Super Bowl.
Nick Sirianni.
No,
Sean
it ain't
Payton-
five.
Sean
Y'all still
Payton
ain't
had-
named five.
Sean Payton had a top 10 quarterback to get his Super Bowl, bro. Top
So,
10 all
yeah.
time, bro. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
different.
I'm with you,
He
Nick.
ain't
Top
even-
eight.
and
Nick,
he
then
ain't
I changed
and-
mine.
and-
Top
and-
eight. You're right.
And Jay will tell you he didn't even make the playoffs with prime Drew Brees either. A few years in a row.
I'm
that
impressed.
last year
I'm
in
impressed
Tennessee-
though. I am impressed with this Denver run though. Regardless, I still think to do it 2 years in a row,
He
like
ain't
you
a
said, to
shitty
make
coach.
the playoffs.
I'm not saying he's shitty at
That's
all.
tough.
He a good
Because we know
coach.
what Bo Nix is. You don't like Bo Nix either, Nick. So
I
we
don't
know
like, I don't like nothing
to-
about the Broncos except Pat.
to make the playoffs and then to make the AFC Championship game with Bo Nix as your quarterback. That's saying a lot. And they didn't have a running back.
No,
The
they
last
didn't.
year,
They
AJ
clearly
Brown
needed
did-
one.
Yep.
The last year in Tennessee, AJ Brown had 869 yards. That's not dominant. 5 touchdowns.
Well,
He
Ryan
wasn't
Tannehill,
AJ
your
Brown.
quarterback it is.
I understand. No, but that
That's
speaks
my
to
point.
Vrabel. Yeah, that
That's
speaks
my
to
point.
Vrabel.
Come on, bro.
I'm with you, Doc. I'm with you, Doc.
They missed their window. I'm gonna answer the question. They missed their
I
window.
think the window.
I do.
The
I agree.
Broncos?
I think the window.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
never
with
gonna
you.
be. My thing about this season is like, and I'm saying this about a lot of teams, not just the Broncos. It will never be this easy anytime soon.
Right.
Like you're never
I don't
gonna have
disagree.
a playoffs. I don't think you have a playoffs again where it's no Lamar, no Burrow, no
I don't
Mahomes.
know. I don't
Like
know about that.
I'm saying all three of them not making
Lamar
the
at
playoffs.
least though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Burrow
don't
might
know.
not.
It don't matter.
Burrow
I'm saying
might
I'm just saying all three of them because like Josh Allen was the only one of the big four to make it. All four of them could liable be in the playoffs next season.
I don't know, Nick. You ain't no guarantee the Ravens, especially with the coaching change. Ain't no guarantee they make the
Lamar's
playoffs
good enough.
next year.
Lamar's
Lamar, if he can stay
winning
healthy, that's the
percentage
only thing.
alone is going to get him into the playoffs.
Again, we don't know because we don't know how much Lamar.
We don't know how many games he's
going
gonna play. Yeah, we don't know how many games he's gonna play
Chuck,
too,
I ain't
Doc.
listening.
That's
to
the
Doc
biggest thing.
because he hoping the Saints go from worst to first.
I'm really not.
He
I'm
hoping-
really not.
he hoping- what's their quarterback's name?
Tyler
Shakoma?
Shaw.
Tyler.
Yeah,
Tyler
whatever
Shaw.
the fuck his name is.
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, Shuck
Oh,
and
that's what he
Jive.
said.
Spencer Rattler. That's his
We
name,
will be-
Spencer Rattler.
We gonna be all right, but unlike your team.
My team
You
will be
doing
great.
a whole lot of when y'all bringing everything back, thinking it's gonna be different this year.
Listen, bro, we got
So you know who ain't all right.
Hey, he like a
Hey.
scoring
Hey.
ex-girlfriend coming back every time
Hey,
thinking
30
this nigga changed.
30
Ain't shit
teams,
changed.
fi-
He still
30
cheating and
teams
fucking
fired
every
their
other
coaches,
week.
but Cincinnati.
Hey, because
Every team fired their coaches.
this the last dance, Chuck. We got our
Oh, man.
documentary. We got our documentary coming out next year.
Andy Reid got fired, but your guy still.
Listen, this the last dance.
Oh, Denver fired their OC too. That's crazy. I don't know what.
Anyway,
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.